Okay, so back in the day, I was starting to go into all these parties. This is like the beginning of my partying phase. I'm 18 years old, drunk, definitely stoned at this party. It's a college party too, to boot. So somehow, me and my buddy, we get to talking behind this back stairwell. And next thing you know, we hear some dude. We're like 3 stories up, like 3 floors up, whatever, right? We hear some dude yelling, "You fucking bitch!" Raw, just going nuts on someone. So, we look to see what's going on. And we look down, and all the way down, these 3 flights of staircase, we see this girl like huddled in the corner, and she's like crying. This huge dude's like yelling at her, like, "Oh, you fucking bitch," right? So, I'm young. I've never seen this stuff before. I'm thinking domestic abuse. I'm drunk and high. I go to my buddy. I'm like, we should stop this, right? And I meant it too. I mean, yeah, we should stop this. Well, apparently I thought as he would come with me to stop this, but apparently he didn't. He interpreted as we should stop this as we should get someone. And I interpreted we should stop this as we should go stop this right now. So all I know is I walk down the stairs and I start bitching. This dude's huge, right? And I'm not saying I'm decent sized. This dude's huge. So I start, "What the fuck are you doing, man? You talk to a female like that. What the fuck is wrong with you?" So he's at the bottom. I'm at the top of the stairs. Next thing you know, the whole dynamic twists and this turns. If you know anything about fighting, he's now at the top of the stairs and now I'm at the bottom of the stairs. Somehow it went like this. And this dude looked at me to punch me, right? I look in the corner, the girl, she's still huddling the ball. She crying and shit. He didn't hit her, but she crying and shit. I don't know what she did, right? So next thing you know, this dude looks me in the eye and he's like ready to punch me and shit. And I look at him going, holy shit, I'm about to die. I don't know how to fight at this time. I'm done. It's over, bro. And I just stand there, I'm drunk and high. I don't know what to do. I look at him like, duh, like ready to take, ready basically to get punched and then fly back down this thing of stairs. I don't know, right? Luckily, dude looked at me and he changed his mind, thankfully. Like he goes, this probably isn't a good idea. And then I recognize that right away and I go, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Oh, that's right, mister. You shouldn't be talking to females like that. You're a fucking asshole." Right? So I get in his face and shit. I'm not trying to be tough on him. It's the truth. What are you doing, man? So long story short, my buddy actually went and got people. Somehow it took him a while. Then all these other people come. And I don't know, the situation disperses, right? Then, like a little bit later, somehow I'm outside now this party with my friends. And the guy that was yelling at the girl actually came up to my group of friends, like, who was the guy that came up and stopped me, right? And so, I'm like, everyone looks at me. So it was me, man. So that dude, and the story got a point coming soon. Dude kind of just walked with me. He's like, dude, shook my hand. He's like, "Thank you. Like, you're right," or some shit like that, right? Just shook my hand. Like he apologized and shit. And I'm like, all right, man, don't be yelling at females, right? I think this guy's domestic abuser, piece of shit, right? I found out later he was in the military. But talk about perception. Who knows what I stepped into? I will say this much. Years later, I did end up seeing that female girl at a different party. And I tell you, the way that she looked at me like I stole something from her. Like she just gave me, and it wasn't like, I gave her the whole thing, "Hey, how you doing?" type of thing. When someone said that was, I didn't remember her name, right? I didn't even know her. I'm like, "Hey," and she just looked at me like, "Oh, this fucking asshole," right? But she looked at me like I wronged her in some way. And it just kind of really stood out to me where I go, well, that's kind of shady, right? And then I saw her like actually months later again, the same year. And it was just kind of the same thing. She kind of just always gave me this look like I wronged her in some way, which I always found to be strange. So talk about stepping into a moment that you don't know what's going on. Now, albeit this man wasn't hitting her, but what did this female really do to make this guy flip out like that? I don't know. I can't say much to the female. I didn't know her, but I always found it strange just the way she reacted to me. Like, thank you, or, my boyfriend was messed up, or, that night was crazy, something, but nothing, man. That girl just looked at me like I don't know. So it was just a crazy night, man. I had a lot of crazy nights when I first started doing stuff, and that was one of them. Luckily and thankfully, I didn't get my ass kicked. Anyways, that's just a rando story I put here on the YouTube. That's it.